episode 8 of Gilmore Girls. Hi, I'm Valerie Campbell. I was the key set costumer on Gilmore Girls. Ignore the hand. I like to talk with my hands. Anyways, that's what we're doing tonight. So if you'd like to watch with us, I've got my ear headphones in so you can't hear the live. You're gonna have to cue it up. Every once in a while, I might let you know where I'm at if I stop or start the episode. But that's about it. So come and join us. We're going to be watching Love, War, and Snow. Apparently, I am live over on YouTube. Yeah, that was a notification. Let me see if I can shut my notifications off here so I don't accidentally have things coming in there. Maybe a do not disturb. I don't know. You should set a do not disturb. Hello, Candace. Welcome, everyone. We're going to be doing a live rewatch of Season 1, Episode 8, Love, War, and Snow. Feel free to share the live. But ultimately, if you're going to watch today, please watch another day. We're trying to get more. There we go. Sorry, we're getting the hang of this. We're trying to get more watch hours over on YouTube. That's the plan. And by doing these little watch-alongs, you guys can watch along. So cue up your Netflix to Season 1, Episode 8, Love, War, and Snow. I'm going to start playing it. You will not hear it. You're going to see me staring at something, and I'll just talk as much as I can. Okie doke. The town meeting will come to order. I'm going to pause it for a quick second. I'm going to pause it for a second so I can set my levels of the thing so it's very loud. Okay, we're at the top of the episode. Patty, we're in Miss Patty's, and Taylor and Patty are having a conversation. I'm starting it right now. No one is listening to me now. Oh, Taylor, calm down. I can't calm down. I'm being persecuted. Okay, what do I see? Ooh. You know what's interesting is I don't see the pictures. Miss Patty's pictures aren't back there. Why? Because we don't hear about the pictures until the very next episode. I bet you didn't notice that. That's interesting. Remember, this is first season. Is this the first time we see inside? No. We saw in this once maybe before. And the mayor sort of just disappears suddenly another season. Children have to be disciplined. We have leash laws. Daddy's getting angry. Now, I'm going to pause it. Oh, we see Luke in this moment that we paused. It's kind of interesting. So we see Luke, we see Andrew, and we see Rory. Rory's the side of Rory's chin. And at the very back row, there is a lady between Luke and Andrew and some dude. She's the very back row. That lady is one of our stand-ins on the show. She actually stood in the very first season. She doesn't appear the next season, but we do see her as background from time to time. But she would stand in usually for Kelly, although if you've seen the picture that I took inside the Independence Inn with the daisies, that is her. So occasionally you'll see her in the first season. They would often ask the stand-ins to become background. So she was one of those days. Okay, we're going to hit play. First coming anniversary, legendary of Battle of Stars Hollow. Hello, everyone that is watching. I'm just going to pause it for a quick second. So you're going to cue up the episode to Season 1, Episode 8. Ignore the fingers. I like to talk with my hands. We are, if you look at the time remaining, we're at 43 minutes and 17 seconds. And I am going to tell you when I hit enter. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you have any issues hearing me or if any problems with the feed. Okay, we're going to hit enter now. Patty will be circulating a sign-up sheet. Okay, they're drinking their liquids. That is crazy. It's so crazy how the very next episode, there's pictures. The pictures, the ones that I worked so hard to get for Holidays Made Here, are on the walls. I think I'm going to have to make a TikTok about this, friends. So please make sure to watch the playlist that says Gilmore Girls long form. Right now, I need 180, no, I need 120 more hours before I'm monetized over on YouTube. So I appreciate anytime you can watch. Okay, we're hitting play again. He's turning red. All right. It was that frigid night. And where's Taylor? Do we see Taylor in this episode? Yeah, we will see Taylor in this episode. This is before he gets... Grab your waters. Throw all night. They should have been wearing prom dresses. Ooh. Pretty soon. Stand in line for toilet paper. That's so 2020 America. Okay, goes to back run the next. The road, the lonely and so cold. All you got to do is call my name, and I'll be there on the next train. Where you lead, I will follow anywhere that you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will follow. Where you lead, I will be. I'm bad at the words. Anywhere that you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will follow. If you leave. I've talked about that Luke's Diner shot many times before. We're upstairs above Suki's living room on the back lot at Warner Brothers right now in Lorelai's bedroom. I say we, but I was not there. I did not work on this episode. It's always fun to watch the episodes I did not work on. She's just coming downstairs. There's the piano that you never see after episode, what is it, like 17? This is the quote. How appropriate that I wear this sweatshirt. I just got this at the Holidays Made Here event. Max Medina. And there's the clown pillow. Pausing. So one clue about where Stars Hollow is it is somewhere between New Haven and Stamford. Now, obviously, New Milford, Washington Depot, Connecticut is the like basis for Gilmore Girls. But I've never really done a deep dive in like the locations and like where that actually fits into line. I did pause it, by the way. I did pause it, so you're gonna have to rewind. Let me just see. I want to see a map. I want to see a map of Connecticut and see like, oh, you know, I should just put image. I'm such a dork. I'm doing it all the wrong way. Map directions. Let's see, directions to Stamford. If I could spell it correctly, Stamford, Connecticut to Hartford, Connecticut. Okay, let's see. Do you pass? You do not pass. Well, you got Middletown, Stamford's there, New Haven. So Hartford, what are we, Danbury? Middleton, what would you have to do to get to Washington Depot? I wonder if they actually tried to like pin it on a dot, like where exactly. There's Danbury. I'm just trying to think. Where were we? Because I've been to Connecticut. Let's see. We're going to add a stop. We're going to add Washington Depot. Washington Depot. Let's see. I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense that there would be an exit. I wonder where the fictional town of. Okay, let's move this up. Okay. Let's see. What would you have to do? You'd have to go. That's funny. The way the directions are is like literally you cannot get there from there. Like you go from Stamford to Hartford. Wait, no, we want to go. There we go. He's taking the long route if he's going that way. He is taking the long route if he's going to Washington Depot. So do we really know where Stars Hollow is? We really don't, do we? Okay. Enough with our little detour. We are at 39 minutes and 31 seconds remaining of season 1, episode 8. Cue up your thing. We're going to hit enter. They're about to say that I someday hope to spend time with. Okay. Hitting enter. No, anyhow, I'm just thinking about you. So you see the wind that's blowing through the window. Well, that's not real wind because we're on stage. So that's a guy with an E-fan. And Rory wakes up. She turns on the light. She goes to close the window. She says, wait, and breathe. I smell snow. High-pitched noises. I can smell hail. Whenever it hails, I smell that. Your flaps. Okay, wait, hold a second. My best birthday. Pausing. When does her birthday take place? Because would it be during a time? I know that we later see an episode where her birthday, Lorelai's birthday, because see, this is episode 8. I know we have her birthday party in episode 3. It's episode 18. Episode 18. We're going to quickly go to episode 18 of season 3 very quickly, just to kind of track this for a quick moment. Episode 18, we would be in like, would there be snow? Why would there be snow in episode 18? There would not be. They're in spring. Everybody's wearing lightweight jackets. There's no snow on the ground. That is weird. Inconsistencies. You got to love them, right? I'm just kind of scrolling through. It's not that cold. If it's episode 18, it's probably like still, it's like springtime. I wonder when this episode aired. That's the bigger question. Let's go back to, we're going to cue ourselves back up for season 1, episode 8, but we're not going to hit play yet. Not going to hit play. Okay. We're going to go to IMDb for a quick second. Look at IMDb. Season 3, episode 18 of Gilmore Girls. This is my process. It is not linear. It is not linear. Okay, so season 3. We're in IMDb for Gilmore Girls. We're going to hit the episode guide. I'm just curious. Season 3. Episode 18. Would it have ever snowed? Or maybe we'll figure out when it would have snowed. So episode 18 It aired April 22nd. Would it still snow in Connecticut in April? Hmm. Did it ever snow in Connecticut in April? Let's look at the historical data. We're going down. We're going down a rabbit hole right now. Connecticut, April, right, April 18th, right? April 22nd. Oh, so it's like my anniversary. I was married. Well, I was married on the 21st. April, Connecticut. Connecticut. Has it ever snowed in April? Yes, it has snowed on well, that was 2020, but let's see if there was any other years. 2016, that was before. April 6th, 1982. Not typically a snowy month. It can occur. So in 1982 there was snow, but we don't really actually know her exact birthday, do we? Do we know her exact birthday? Maybe it was in the 80s that this happened. In which case, let's see. Lorelai is a couple years older than me. Lorelai is like 6 years older than me. Because I was 29 when I started working on the show. Maybe she's 7 years older than me. No, she's 32 when she starts. She's three years older than me. So 72. She would have been 12. She'd be about 13 when that happened. Okay, we're going back. Sorry for the little diversion there. We're back. We've queued it up. We see Lane. No, wait. We somehow got ahead of ourselves. Somehow we went forward. We're going to go back to the I smell snow moment. Somehow. Wait. Pausing it for a second. We're at 3902. Season 1, episode 8. Close your eyes and breathe. We're hitting enter now. I smell snow. I smell snow. I have no idea. Unique coffee snowstorm. He's also being grammatically true. It's all fodder for the tell-all. She has been planning on writing this book that she writes in a year in life forever. Amy was planting the seed. She was planting that seed for a very long time, wasn't she? Because she always knew this was going to be a book, right? You look at the clues. It's easy to find them when we already know what happens, right? Okay, pausing it. So, okay, right now, there's a guy leaning down and he's wearing a jacket. He's the bellhop and he's got a green coat on. Fun fact about those jackets. So the Independence Inn had these jackets that the down jackets that the bellhops would wear like once a year. And the rest of the time, those jackets would be used as warming coats for some of the actors. Like Scott, all the boys would wear the Independence Inn jackets. And then the girls had like black coats first couple seasons. And then Lauren kept stealing her coat. So we were like, you got to return your coat. Like, come on, we don't have any more coats. And so I said to Brenda, I was like, we need to put something on him, like property of. And so she ended up embroidering property of Warner Brothers, which is the blue coat that Lauren ended up stealing. We also had raspberry coats, and we had all different colored coats that had embroidery on it that said property of Gilmore Girls costume department. Fun fact. Okay, hitting play. Hike. Pros. How sad for them. Text to stay alive. It's your friend's buttocks. How does this sound? You have a buttock. Michelle. Lane walks in. Roy. She keeps losing her book. I'm eating some maple candy in honor of the maple things that Suki is making. Pausing. It's kind of funny. Like the first few episodes of the show, first season, they introduce all these characters that like we never see again, like that guy. Like we never see that guy ever again. Part of the reason was either perhaps they didn't like the performance, maybe he just didn't stand out enough. Maybe there just wasn't a need for the kitchen staff to speak. And so because he was expensive, it was really because he was expensive, to tell you the truth. And then probably by the time, if they needed someone else to speak in the kitchen again, maybe the guy wasn't available. That's usually what happens. They didn't have enough money to be able to fully staff the kitchen with people that would be speaking in the future. If they weren't speaking, they weren't an actor, a working actor. I mean, they were background. They weren't a principal actor. Okay, hit and play again. We're at 35:06 remaining. If you're looking at 9:30, give or take. Hitting play. I know. We'll talk about it on the way. Here you go. Thank you, Suki. Okay. Cookies for the love and the dean. And the dean. Now, whenever we shot a scene in Stars Hollow, we did not have a lot of background. For those people who were at the Holidays Made Here event in Stars Hollow, you'll notice that there were 5,000 people there over the weekend or whatever. on one day. We did not have that kind of budget to have that many people. We were lucky if we had like 50. So they would have to cycle those 50, or they would have to make sure that they didn't see very super wide shots. If they did see a wide shots, they'd have to have a lot more background working during those scenes. Um, the background that you see in the scene, probably not going to see that many. They're going to look very sparse. You're going to not see any cars driving by. There's only like 2 cars so far. They have to cycle them. So it's like they probably have maybe 10, 15 cars doing rounders, but it's not going to look like much. Also, all the things that are like the bench and the sign and the fire hydrants and the telephone booths, all those things they're set decorating things. They are not permanent items that are in Stars Hollow. They move, which is why you will always see them in different places, because depending on what and how we needed to film the shot, they would move them according. I mean, sometimes they'd keep them in certain places throughout the year, but like each season, they're probably going to be in the same spot, but whenever it needed to move, it just moved. So keep your eyes on things that move in the background. That fake. Oh, that fire hydrant right there, I do believe is a real fire hydrant, if I'm not mistaken, because it actually was there this weekend during the event. There is a real fire hydrant, but most of them are not real. There is like a rubberized one that's in front of Luke's or around that curb that's usually there during the season, and it moves. Nice hat. Or did he not read it? Maybe he did. Poor Lane. Feeling left out. We're at the Independence Inn now. Wait, where did she just come from? Was she just outside not wearing a coat? She was. I just had to read. Get away from me. Oh, you're not supposed to say it out loud. Telephone rings. Okay, that's where we're at. It gets quiet. Everything softens. It's your mother. Black eyes, treacherous roads. I like the Wonder Woman reference. We're at the outside Stars Hollow. The reenactors are walking in. We're at 30, 37 remaining. Okay, hit and play. It was a reenactor. Thought he was crazy also. Okay, I'm pausing it. Okay, because we're shooting a scene outside in the snow, I say we. I did not work on this episode, full disclosure, but I did work on Gilmore Girls. Hello, for those people that are new. My name is Valerie Campbell. I was the key set costumer on the show, costume supervisor for a year in the life. You can, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I can absolutely hear it, but in order to make it snow, they are using very loud machines that make a lot of noise. So the dialogue in these scenes had to be looped. That means that the actors go to a session afterwards. It's recorded in a studio, and they have to match their lips to they have to create a voice to match to the lips that are on screen. So they're trying to recreate exactly the way they said it, and it always sounds a little bit weird, doesn't it? But imagine there goes the fire police and the one paramedic with a valid license. Be safe, don't you? Now, what's falling is soap bubbles. It's like foam. It's so weird listening to it because, oh my God, the dialogue sounds so weird because the replacement is so weird. Mouthy McGee. You love that musket. Sorter. Get you some coffee. She said no thanks to coffee? What? That's so she can run into Max. We never see that guy ever again, do we? Don't do it, Lane. Don't do it. Oh, she did it. What? I drew that moment once. And Lane never, which she does return to the band. She does return to the band. Why does she run that way when her house is the other direction? Now, the snow that's on the ground right now, I'm going to pause it. The snow that's on the ground right now is a lot of paper snow mixed with the foam snow that the snow guys are doing. And fun fact, the snow guys that did our show, which is this guy named Roland and a company called Snowbiz, are actually the ones that are helping with the snow for the Holidays Made Here event. But yeah, okay, hit and play. Where's Gypsy? She wasn't cast yet. Who's that dude? Who knows? No. I smell snow. Wait a second. Does that person that's right behind Lorelai? I mean, I'm assuming they're wearing tights, But boy, she looks like she's freezing. Okay. They should have at least put her in boots if she's going to wear tights. Oh, she's wearing shorts. Wait. Okay, we're in Emily's house. She's on the phone. Richard's reading the paper. Companies and okay, so the newspaper that Richard is reading is not real. It's a fake newspaper made by the prop department, especially because they knew they were going to see it because they were featuring it. Um, it says companies and business. World stock markets, brother. It looks like there's an advertisement in there for brother computer systems or whatever. Interesting. But yeah, that's not a real newspaper. At least not to my knowledge. Recruit a celebrity to raise money on your account. Good. Whip up. Now, the area that they're in right now, we always referred to as the butler pantry. That's food that you ate at a carnival or a Turkish prison. Okay, now we're at the Casey's Tavern, which will later become Casey's Tavern. Right now, it doesn't have a name. And this is the infamous scene with the cups. Speaking of cups, let's drink some water. Now, it's not snowing in this moment, which means the dialogue is regular dialogue. We're back at Emily's house. Richard's by the fireplace. Rory's entering her mom's old bedroom. We see the dollhouse, which is conveniently lit up, even though she didn't have to turn the switch on, right? Kind of crazy that they would have every light on in the house. Weird. She's looking at the photos that were in the drawer, and the little photo slips out. Now, I wasn't there. I think that is the real Lorelai and a fake Christopher, the real Lauren Graham and a fake Christopher. I've kind of wavered back and forth, but yeah, I think that's real. She's getting the beeping of her phone. Oh, it was her beeper, not her phone, of course. Corded phones. Who remembers corded phones? And it's snowing outside. Rich Blumenfeld. Good question. I don't know why. F and Jasmine. Oh, yeah, because she touched the hair. And then it cuts off. Emily, the stove is buzzing. I know it's the timer, Rory. The movie theater, House on Haunted Hill. Oh, I know that guy that's sitting. One of the background is this guy named Mark, friend of mine. Anytime I look at the background, I'm like, I know that guy or gal. This might have had to have been also additional dialogue recorded. I'm not sure. It just depends because if they are using a real projector, that would have made noise that they would have had to record the dialogue again. It sounded a little weird. Emily does not like her pizza. What? It's a fine delicacy. Here goes nothing. That's wonderful. So that photo of the baby would have had to have been a photo that they had to take or acquire. Hopi. That's wild. It looks like a photo of Kelly. Doesn't it? Wait, I'm gonna go back and look at that picture of Hopi. Okay. Yeah, that looks like I bet that's an actual photo of Kelly Bishop, when she says, "Hopi, my younger sister." I don't know. I don't think that Kelly has a younger sister. So I bet that they just used maybe a picture of Kelly from that time period. Okay, hit and play. Pausing for a second. We're at 16 minutes and 45 seconds remaining of the episode. They're looking at the photo album. I hit play again. Shoot. Oh, that's funny. So that picture is absolutely photoshopped to look like uh, a much younger Kelly and Ed. Josh's, you're kidding. Richard, stop. Delia. Now you're just being silly. Okay. That picture. You know what? I take it back. I don't think any of the pictures of Lorelai, young Lorelai, are actually Lauren. These photos do not look like young Lauren. That looks like someone that they found that sort of just kind of resembles Lorelai. It's like you never know. Sometimes they do it one way, sometimes they do it another. It would have been nice if they had just found someone that really looked like her that they could have used and then just used her all the time for all the photos. But that photo would have had to have been created um, in order because it's in front of the thing, the lighting. And I don't think Lauren doesn't look like that. Let's change the subject. No, she didn't. Let's put those away. So many secrets in this family. If this had been Pretty Little Liars, that would have been followed with like some deep secrets. Okay, we're back at the reenactors outside in the cold with the Stars Hollow sign that moves everywhere and anywhere. All the different places that Stars Hollow sign has been. It never stays in one spot. All of this had to be looped because of the snow that is falling. I I interviewed Michael Winters once, and he was talking about how difficult that scene was to film and how late it was, and it was really cold. People were standing in these awkward positions for a very long time during that scene. Poor Andrew. I could really go for some cocoa. Ooh. He sees Lorelai with Max. Samantha Lee Bakery, place we will never see again. Where is that? Where does the Samantha Lee Bakery? That's weird that they're at the house. More snow, more ADR. The house is all porch. Listen. Now, anytime, okay, I'm going to pause it. Anytime we're on Max in this moment, there is no snow machines going. The snow machines are only going on when Max is there. So all of Max's dialogue is being replaced. But Lorelai, when we're on Lorelai, they can shut the snow machines off. In fact, what they do is they'll shoot part of the scene where we see the snow, and then that when we switch to a different angle, we don't need to see the snow machines on because the snow is not going to be on unless we see it in a reflection. So we'll look for if there's a reflection in the glass, but I didn't see any, so we'll check. Yeah, you don't see a reflection, so they did not have to replace their dialogue. Cold. I'm just volunteering. Okay, they're about to open the door. Now, this part where she's at right this second is filmed on the back lot because you don't really see inside the house. And this is filmed on stage 18. Now, just imagine Lane inside the bedroom during this scene. Obviously, we all know Lane is hiding and traumatized. At least it's not her teacher. Uh-oh. And the bedroom door. What is going on? Lane's like, what? Oh shit. Lorelai? Hey. Awkward. What happened? Something's weird about the back of her shirt. Up screw ups ahead of you. And preparing what? And they pay for it. Hmm. We never hear about Rich Blumenfeld ever again, do we? Blumfeld, whatever his name is. Yes, nice hair. Judy Bloom. She has an inn. He could stay at the inn. Could you recommend a? It's not as many pictures on things like in later seasons. There's more pictures like on tables and stuff because they don't have them yet. Okay, we're at the outside of Lorelai's house. She's got her Paul Frank pajamas on because we're upstairs on the other side of Lorelai's house above Suki's house. In oh, I swear it looks like she's got a wire on, but she wouldn't have a wire for this moment because she's not saying anything. I think it's just the way the oh, it's the waistband. That's right. It's just the tag on the waistband. Oh, don't come in. Oh, like what happened? Wait a second, pausing. Boy, did that car take off fast. Like she's literally upstairs. It wouldn't have taken her that long. The guy didn't even wait for the granddaughter to get in the house. What kind of driver is that? These are things I notice. By the way, that driver is our transportation, head of our transportation, a guy named Mike Padovich. He would always be the one that would drive for Richard and Emily. And apparently, does he not have he has a name. Did they just call him Lance at the beginning of the episode? That's interesting. I do. And that door, okay, the door, before we keep going on, the door behind them. You see the door that is behind them when, just like 2 seconds before I paused it. Okay, when she opens the door, pausing it, we're at 4 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. So the door behind Lorelai, as she's standing in front of the front porch, in front of the front door, that door is technically where the closet was supposed to be. I think there was a major screw up. The major screw up was there's not enough physical space for that closet to exist because the space between the wall and the closet is like this much. So there's actually not enough space for that closet to actually exist in real life. And when they removed the wall where the piano was, it made it so it really didn't make sense that that closet was right there. They kept it there. It was always a fake closet wall door, but when the screw up happens with them putting the bathroom in the same place that the closet existed, that's where the closet was supposed to be. Hit and play again. It was the snow. I got to put catnip. Yeah, pissed. The bathroom, that's a closet. She's not a cat person. See, she's got her uniform because she borrowed Rory's sweater. Okay, pausing it for a second. The wall, okay, behind Rory in this moment when she's in the kitchen is the that door that leads out to the back porch, which obviously is not the side. It should be the back of the house, but the back of the house doesn't exist because we never see it. And so it ends up magically always being the side of the house where Babette's house. It's so complicated. But yeah, for those just watching Gilmore Girls for the first time, nah, y'all know about this crazy, weird mistake. That if only they had just created more of a wraparound porch. The problem is we did not have money to have a full house that had all sides. Every set had to share something with something else. Like Suki's house was the front part. There's no backyard to Suki's, but when the backyard to Suki's is actually the another place on the lot, it's so complicated. So complicated. Hitting play again. I have to go home. That's where we're at. Coffee at Luke's too. You're on. She's got some gossip to tell her. What do you think? La, la, la. Yeah, it's definitely not Lorelai. I keep wavering back and forth, but I'm pretty sure it's not real Lauren. Every time I talk about it, that's so weird how clear that pain is, yet not clear. Okay, we got the credits. We're going to watch the credits. We got Amy Sherman Palladino, Steve Turner, associate, Joan Binder Weiss. I don't remember any of those. Teresa Medina, Sandy Vezignano, Jill Savitt, editor, Sam Phillips, Carol King and Louise Goffin, Tony, Burt Burnham, Sean Kavanaugh, Joe Candrella, Barbara Miller, Jamie Rodofsky. I gotta pause it. Jamie Rodofsky, Mara Casey. We got Sean Gunn, who is now officially Kirk. I mean, he has sort of been Kirk, but now he is really Kirk. We have Andrew, Mike Gandolfi, who is in real life was really really close friends with Amy Sherman Palladino. She wrote that role for him because they had worked together on Roseanne. Scott Zeller, Mr. Radis. I don't know. That was the band teacher, right? Then we got the citizen number 2, Ken Zavayan. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry, Ken. We got Rich Williams, Vic Chow, who was the cook. You never see him again. Chase Penny, who played Rich Blumenthal. These guys are all people you will never see again. And they are all people that potentially we should have been able to see again because they do either live in Stars Hollow or they should have been part of the town. But because the show was so cheap, they only brought people back on a when they needed them basis. Then we have the costume designer. That's Carolyn Marks. She was my boss at the very beginning. She didn't stay that long. And then you have Brenda Maben, who was the costume supervisor. She eventually became the costume designer. You have our set decorator, John Anderson, our prop master, Jim Zemansky. I think I only worked with him one episode. I don't really remember him, to tell you the truth. Pola was the only one that I really remember. Wardrobe provided by alloy.com. I don't know who they are. I think it was some kind of like product placement kind of deal. Like we could get clothes. So I don't know Alloy, but I know Brenda had to deal with them for a little bit. I think it was a way for them to save money. Okay, makeup artist, Lisa Nash Jones, hairstylist. Lisa was only there for the first season. Patricia Vecchio, she was there for, I want to say the first 2.5 seasons, maybe 3 seasons. And then we had Cheryl Starbuck. She was there for the first 2 seasons. She was our script supervisor. Scott Swanson, post-production supervisor. I feel like I met him maybe once, but I don't remember him too much because he was post-production. We have our sound mixer, Bruce Bizance. Oh my God. He was funny. We used to call him Chappie because he always wore leather chaps every day. He would wear leather chaps. I don't know why, but that was his thing. Just like some people have things, he wore leather chaps every day. The rest of the people I don't know, but we'll say their names. Michael Ullman, re-recording mixer. Liz Soroka, who's also a recording mixer. We have music editor Georgie Ramsland. Our supervising sound editor Kate LeBeg. Much apologies if these people are someone you know and I'm mispronouncing their names. I don't remember them. I only remember Bruce, and he was only there for, I want to say, the first season. And that is it, friends. If you're still here, say hi. Otherwise, have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to smell snow if you can, if it's that time of year for you. And remember, when they filmed this, it was not snowing. It was probably kind of warm in the daytime and very chilly at night, because California gets kind of chilly at night. And have a wonderful week. Please make sure to watch this as well as the other videos that I have in my Valerie's Cat Ice Cream Gilmore Girls long form playlist, because I'm trying to get more watch hours so that I can monetize over on YouTube. If you aren't following, please make sure to hit that follow button, subscribe, do the fun things, and we will talk to you another time. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.